assault team's flank. Obviously, they want the assault team to get inside. Security team does not go inside. They secure the area. The idea is you directly secure the assault team area. You don't need to fucking encircle the entire position. Then you've got the breach team. This one's a little more technical. If you have a sapper with you, generally he would be the one in charge of this. He's going to know how to deal with it. The breach team's job is to get the assault team in. In our case for Sunday, we're dealing with HESCOs. That means we do not get to blow a hole in the wall. We have to find other means. The fob, when we see it, you'll find that there's razor wire around HESCOs. There's 2 obstacles. So one person from breach team has to clear the razor wire. The rest of the breach team provides tactical ladders. It's not necessarily a breach, but a breach team, that's their job. Get the way in. So they're going to go in front of the assault team. They're going to do their thing, make the holes, make the entrances. Then the assault team goes through. As soon as that's done, as soon as the assault team's passed, skipping a step. As soon as the breach team has made their entrance, they effectively become security team. They just stand in a different spot. After that, once they've finished their task, then the assault team cruises in. Everyone from assault teams inside the breach team moves to the security team. So I'll explain this a little bit better as far as our plan goes once we're out there, once we get to the sand table. The support team, as far as ARM is concerned, kind of has to be translated a little funky like. So in our essence, what I would normally do is a support team would be up on some gigantor hill in the area overlooking the entire area. And what I would use them for is put your JTAC in there and tell them any motherfucker coming towards our target area dies before it gets there. We're stuck in the jungle. We don't have the luxury of that line of sight. So we're going to have to do the same thing, but it's going to have to just be a much shorter range. So the support team basically just ensures that reinforcements from the enemy cannot get to us and fuck our raid up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. So 4 teams, pretty easy explanations. Anyone want anything further on that before we get into this?
Yeah, I'll take 4.
Okay, cool. So if you have not yet read both op-ords, there is the 69th op-ord and there's the first platoon, what we are doing op-ord. If you have not read this, you're a failure. What we're going to be doing is airborne drop. We are conducting a relative hey-ho. We're not doing actual. We're probably going to be jumping from about 2,000. And you pull at 1,500. Free fall a little bit, pull, fucking stack up, do some circles. Because our DZ is fucking small and it's on the side of a hill, there's not a lot of room. We have to jump higher so we can all hit it. If we do a standard airborne jump, half of you will be in the ocean, the other half of you will be in the jungle, and maybe 5 dudes are going to make it. So it's just what it is. The first step. Second step, obviously, we regrouped. We set up the raid. That's what the first half of this training is going to be focused on. So shortly, I'm going to switch this all over there, and we can actually get into the stand tables.
I put a teleport pole at the outside of the hangar here.
Thank you. Can you set up an arsenal over there, too?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the tree line or something obvious, but away. After that, it's just straight into normal clearing of urban environments. There's a checkpoint we have to clear along the way, and there's just a city and an airfield we have to take. Nothing crazy. AA is being dealt with by fixed wing, and so are the other 3 checkpoints. And then, of course, they chill out and wait for us to call shit in. Our rotary dudes, their job is to steal the helicopters at the motor pool that we are securing. So it's pretty safe to say if you start chucking frags around the helipads, you might fuck their job up. This is going to be an important one. Take frags with you because we do have to kill things eventually. Don't use frags on the raid. 40 mic or handheld, doesn't matter. Don't use them. We don't need to be putting them into fucking broken ass helicopters. Also, we're currently testing out options right now as it stands because we have to steal Russian equipment, specifically ground equipment. We are looking into, and most likely we'll be using some form of light source for a designation. I don't need to turn a corner and see a BTR shooting at a BTR and sit there and figure out who the fuck to call on the radio because I haven't been given a goddamn call sign yet. right? We're going to have to do something about that too, but that's a little bit later. So 48th, if they make it, they are going to be commandeering all of the Russian ground equipment and be mechanized support for us. So don't break those either. Until we've said it's all clear and the 48th moves in, any vehicle that tries to come out of the base should be killed if it's coming after us, because we have to protect ourselves. Don't just blow them up because you wanted something to do. That's a dick move. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Beauty. Teleport ball behind you. We're all going to head over there. We've got our sand table already set up. It's an exact replica of the fob that we are assaulting on Sunday. We're going to run through some basics of what the roles are as far as actually in field and not boring ass standing in formation talking about it. So let's go. What is it, Alpha or Bravo?
One of the two.
Multiples. Thank you. The old fog.
Hey, can we kill the fog?
Yeah.
Maybe.
A little more. Take your gun out and bend over. There we go.
Yay, more fog. Yay, it's gone.
I don't feel like walking to the teleport ball.
Lost earlier. Yeah, fog killed him.
You guys in the back can see the fob. I want you guys to actually be able to see this. So right now we can already see these walls are not tall. These walls are short Heskos. As we said before, Heskos cannot be blown up. This makes me sad. I don't get to watch explosions. Whatever, I'll get over it. We have to find a way to breach without exploding it. So what are our options? Like I said before, razor wire. That's going to be the first obstacle. What do we got? I hope you all know, but I'm going to ask you anyways. What do we got? Shut up, Easy. You went over this earlier. You're not allowed to answer these questions.
So they're down here downstairs. Okay.
Well, yeah, he gave it away. Fuck. Yes. So breach team, first responsibility is deal with the razor wire. Ain't no assault team needing to get all cut up trying to get through that shit. That'd be silly. What's after that? We got Heskos we can't blow up, and you can't ace climb them. So, I know I already said this. Let's see who was paying attention.
Tactical stairs.
Huzzah. Vertical stairs, but whatevs. So there's already a kit made up, if you like it. If you don't like it, too bad. So we're gonna get the bitches who are on the breach team, run all the way across this shit, set up our tactical ladders. Now here's the thing. This is Arma. Arma likes to fuck us. I'm already accounting for 15% of you to be eaten by the Hesko monster. But we can do our best to make sure it doesn't happen. Now, the problem with these tactical ladders is if they're not set up perfect, there's a chance you fall through the map. You get put out about half a step lower than the top of the ladder. That means if you do not raise them high enough, the dudes climbing it are going to be inserted inside the Hesko. Also, if you do not put it close enough to the Hesko, dudes will fall between the ladder and the Heskos. Again, getting eaten by the Hesko monster. We don't want that. So once we actually figure out who's going to be part of the breach team, and don't worry, y'all are going to do all the jobs so you know what's actually involved, but we'll start setting that shit up. Also, same with the wire cutting. You'll have to do a little quick overview. If you do not know how to already use them, it's pretty fucking simple. Put them in your inventory, ace interact with the razor wire. So that's what that is. Assault team, you're going to be chilling out in the back. You're watching these fucking brave sons of bitches cross the open field on their own. Now, what do we see? This is an exact replica. Keep in mind, it's Sunday, the op. Today is Wednesday. That's 4 or 5 days that these bitches get to change things around. So don't go in assuming that it's going to be laid out exactly like this. They might move some shit. Just remember that for later. But for now, what do we got? We got towers over there. Towers are probably going to see us. Even though it's nighttime, we don't know if they got fucking nods. We'll assume they do.
Nods.
Better safe than sorry. So, we got to fucking actually give ourselves some concealment. What are our options?
Smoke.
Hey, smart people. Before we make smoke from behind the tree line, cover this whole fucking wall. Move across it, don't get shot. Who knew, right? Pretty fucking magical, if you ask me. Breach team goes, does its thing. As soon as the first couple ladders are set up, assault teams start crossing. Even if there's more ladders to be set up. Let's pretend for a second we're setting up 4 ladders. Those first 2 are up. The other two are probably going to be up by the time you get there. So why wait, right? There's exposed as all fuck over there, so let's go. Now, there's a lot of coordination involved in this, and we're going to get into that once we hit the actual doing this phase. We do not start engaging until the assault team has been engaged. The reason for this is we don't need to cause extra attention. What we're going to do is have 48th and 23rd, excuse me, sorry, one second. Sorry, 48th, 23rd, their call signs touched. They're going to be up in the trees behind you. Their objective is to not get into contact. They're basically our rear guard. If they see things coming, run the fuck away and tell someone who knows what they're doing. But once y'all start popping off with this raid, we're going to have to rely on them some sort of self-sufficiency. So they can provide smokes if needed. They can provide a little bit of overwatch, preferably not. But either way, when you guys are crossing this field, no one should be shooting. What's the AI do when they get into combat? They start actually paying attention to shit. The assault team can get as close as fucking possible before we start shooting. Once they're inside and they start the shooting, security team's going to be in those trees over there, up to the south. They can light the fuck up out of everything. And if our platoon marksman shows up, there's probably a hill somewhere who can get his Chris Kyle on and start taking guys out of towers. But none of that happens until the assault team says so. Whether it's by shooting first themselves or radioing in, light the fuck up on anything you can see. This is a night off.
What video?
We have camouflage, yes, but when everything is green and you're
Is it
moving
accounting
behind
basic?
all sorts of fucking obstacles,
Okay.
it's going to be a little difficult to tell who's who, right? And what happens with IR strobes? They run out of batteries. So, if we can, I already see some of you have them, equip a laser, turn it on. They don't run out of batteries. It's the most reliable source of IFF at night. Why not use it, right? So we turn that shit on, we get in there, we do our thing. Security team, what's security team doing? They're making sure none of them sons of bitches decide to come out the front door. Well, why aren't we going in the front door? Well, because we dictate our entrance. Because the enemy wants us to come in the front door. It's the same thing when we're setting up a defense. What would we do? If you had this defense, you'd man some dudes in the towers, you'd probably put a bunch of dudes at the front gate, and that's it, right? Because that makes sense. Well, the AI can't climb, they can't use tactical ladders, so cover the front entrance. That's what they're gonna do. Who knew, right? That's why we make our own entrance. We enter on our terms. We don't know there's landmines in there. We might have to clear that shit before we start taking trucks out. Maybe that's their protocol. We don't fucking know that shit. So, always make your own entrance when you're raiding shit. Don't play their terms, make your own. So security team's covering that front door. Like I said, if a bad guy truck tries to come out and snoop around what's going on, that's their job, is to blow it up. They're going to have AT set up, and they're also going to have AT a little bit helping the support team facing to the west, because we don't know if reinforcements are coming in from the city. So there's a little bit more involved with the security team as far as what they're watching. Assault team, you got the easy task on this one. So security team, you guys are up there in that tree line, all spread out. Moore's been over this already. We'll go over it again with Templar. So you checking that way out, and you got a small team, maybe with like a Carl G or something a little bit heavier hitting, because we can't rely, with the distance we're dealing with on this section, we can't rely on JTAC to call in a bomb and that bomb show up fast enough to deal with what might be coming down the road. It's not that they can't do it, it's that it's only a couple 100 meters. And if that thing's going full speed, they're already in the fob before the bomb drops. It's just simple math, it's what it is. So, Saber 1, you're tasked with a little bit of everything. You've got a couple dudes in the breach team, you've got a couple dudes in the support team, the bulk of you will be security team. You're going to have a little bit extra to plan for. And if Saber 2 shows up with the same numbers they got today, sure as shit we're going to pass some your way to deal with all that. Again, Saber 1, Saber 2 do not specifically make up these teams. These teams are made up of people from said groups. Remember that. So we can easily modify. Saber 2 shows up with 20 dudes, we'll stick a couple elsewheres. Okay? Does all that make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, recap.
I got one question.
What up?
If the main objective is to avoid the enemy being alerted, then like wouldn't firing the smoke grenades actually alert them and set them into that state?
These are AI, dude. They're dumb.
No, it's not.
And honestly, when we get to the point, if you want to RP this shit, immersion, whatever, I don't give a fuck. If you want to get to that point, when we are ready to assault, we are ready to be engaged anyways. The reason we are holding off on that is because the assault team's got to prep in this tree line. This tree line has an opening between it and the tree line behind it. So they do have a little bit of space to cover. So while the assault team moves up into this small-ass tree line with the breach team, that's when we're going to be smoking it so that they can cover that little bit. And we hope that we can land our smokes in the right places to actually conceal us. Once we get to this point, assault team does a short halt while the breach team moves forward. Again, do their thing, then the assault teams move forward. At that point, once the assault team is actually moving to the wall, as much as we don't want them to be in contact, if the AI does recognize, if somebody is in charge of the AI role-playing it for you guys to make this more immersive, whatevs, if they start looking and snooping, that's when security team says nuh-uh and starts killing them. But we wait. We wait for shots inbound so that we have the element of surprise. Is that a suitable answer? Archie?
I was asking more or less if, like, without people role-playing it, would the smoke going off actually trigger the AI? I didn't know if it would or not.
I've never seen the AI do it. It does, but I've never seen the AI react to it. It does make a noise, sure, but that's mostly for the players. It's an AI. It doesn't give a fuck if there's a noise. Remember, they can see you. They don't wait for you to shoot at them to detect you. They already know you're there.
Then 420 blaze that whole wall.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, I suspect the AI will probably be in combat mode anyway, since we're dropping bombs before we even get here.
This guy knows a thing or two. So, what we're going to do is we're going to separate into small groups, and you all are going to learn how to, if you do not already, you can step aside. But, knocking down the fucking razor wire and making these stupid-ass ladders. Ladders in Arma are funny. What you're going to find when you start climbing these ladders is you get to the top and you keep climbing. It's not a natural motion where you get to the top of the ladder, you climb off the ladder as you keep going up. You legit climb into fucking air on the ladder still until you're all the way above it. You will be exposed to any enemy fire pointed at those Hescos as you're climbing. Be aware of this. Be ready for this. Don't be a bitch. I'm going to grab one real quick so that I can show you it. It's a pretty simple situation. Some of you might already have the kit, but just to be safe, I can weasel through here and get to the arsenal. Nope, okay, I'll just make my own hole.
None shall pass.
Didn't say please.
What is this, preschool?
So, who's going to be the primary source of this smoke before, as the breach team's moving? Assault team or security team?
Say that again, sorry?
Now, who's going to be throwing down all this smoke as the breach team and the assault team are moving up? Is that the assault team's job or the security team?
That would be the assault team. Reason being is the security team's over there. 40 mic grenades like to bounce, smoke grenades specifically. So you try and hit something in the middle of this, it's going to skip all the way across. So we'll let the assault team dictate because they're going to be the ones that know they're ready. So once they radio, we're ready, then security team says, yeah, we're set, then they can smoke themselves. That just makes the most amount of sense to me.
Rock and roll.
All right, so these stupid things, right? They look silly as fuck. I've used these ladders in real life. They're sketchy as balls. Doesn't matter. So, self-interact. Under equipment, you're going to find the deploy ladder button. Sticks it on the ground. Then, you're going to interact with it. You're going to have options. Pick up ladder, position ladder. You want position ladder. Ba-bam. All right. So now it gets funky. You've got your scroll menu. It goes up and down. You've got left click deploys it where it's at. Right click drops the ladder. We want left click. Somewhere around there, it's going to be close. You get on it. This is what I'm talking about with the stupidity of these things. I don't know how I'm doing this. It's Arma. Just pretend it doesn't happen. I get to the top.
Magic.
Right? It's what it is. It's the best we've got. Deal with it. Okay? Nothing overly difficult. It's all ace menu until you actually go to deploy it, in which you'll get a prompt on your screen that tells you what buttons. You can't fuck this up. If you've gotten to the point where you're adjusting the ladder and you fuck it up somehow, you're cut from the team. Hit the locker, kid. So these get set up. Now, again, this is important. The top of it goes above the top of the HESCO. Don't make it too low. Don't cheap out on it. These are your teammates who are going to get fucked by your laziness. Okay? Makes sense? And then to pack it back up, which honestly I don't give a fuck if we leave them in the field, but someone might, so I'll teach you anyways. You pick it back up with your ace interact. Wow, it's on my back. Magical. Okay. Makes sense to everybody. If you have not used these before, go get one. Do it now.
Might want to point out you can only walk while you're trying to place it.
Question, Wally.
While we're doing that, I have a question after him.
All right, what up, Greg?
For the assault part, you said they'll probably be on combat alertness. Will suppressive rounds probably alert them as well in case the security team needs to, like, security or assault team needs to take someone out while they're breaching?
Are you meaning like suppressed rifle rounds or
Yes.
suppressive fire?
Suppressive.
You don't have to worry about that.
Assault rifle. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't cool guys. We don't use suppressors, so.
Ghost won't even be with you guys.
If rounds start popping off, you all are going to be in combat mode anyway, so it don't matter. And this is another point. While everybody's in the arsenal, I know you can hear me. If security team needs to shoot in the beginning, the assault team's not firing. Only the security team is. So which way you think the AI is looking?
Security team.
Exactly. That's why it's going to be a whole lot of coordination. So those first couple rounds, sure, they're going to be done by the assault team, but security team sitting over in those trees just itching to start laying into whoever the fuck they can see. There's going to be 4 or 5 dudes lined up on each one of the towers. They're going to draw the attention. I know it's still AI, but they do react to threats proportionately. If you ever tried to stand up in the middle of a squad firing an enemy with AT in your hands, you're usually the first to die. They do know how to prioritize. Okay, now while all those scrubs over there are fiddling with their ladders, making sure they know how to use it, we got a couple questions. So, Saber 2, I know you're big. Is there a possibility that someone you know you can trust to be part of a breach team is here right now? Because I would like to. If we know a guy is going to be here Sunday, like sure as shit, unless I'm in the hospital between then and now, I will be here. I want those guys in charge of the team. That way we at least know that the person running the team knows how to do it. And should someone who's not here today be part of that team, they can at the very least explain to it while they're on their way. Just say, yo, use your fucking interaction keys, set it up. It's super simple.
We do have techs here.
What?
Is he in Saber 2?
I'm Saber talking right now.
Scooby. Scooby's here, isn't he? I heard his voice.
Right
What up? That was kind of directed at you. I should have specified.
Yeah, I'd have to ask my guys. So
All right.
Writing the message out now.
Fair enough. So, regardless, this can be planned for later, but even if you can get with whoever you would like, as long as you know a bitch is going to be here and responsible, S1 as well, compile a list, Templar, Scooby, talk amongst yourself about this shit. We need people. I know the breach team's small, and it's very important that they know how to use this. If we forget our ladders, especially because the person we left in charge of the breach team wasn't there to remind those people, we all gonna look dumb as fuck, and we get to assault the front gate. We don't want that.
So is the breach team gonna be with Saber 2 as the assault team, or like you said earlier, is the breach team going to fall back with the security team?
So the breach team, once S1, the assault team, sorry, not S1, S2, acting as the assault team, has completely entered the compound, because the breach team becomes a small security team at the breach until everyone's in. Then the breach team, then whatever. They report directly to the security team, become part of security team, go back to their squad. That's why I would like it to be members of S1, but if S1 doesn't have the members, or if S2 doesn't have the members, we have to make do. So
Gotcha.
It's going to be kind of played by ear at this point. I'm hoping that the people who actually grabbed the ladders have bothered to test it and not just got back into formation, because that's kind of why I've been stalling for time.
I did.
Good job. One of you has. All right, so let's all go through the motions of how to kill razor wire. There's a couple ways to do this. The easiest and fastest is get a vehicle. Obviously, we have to go through it before we can get the vehicle. If this was just razor wire in the way and you had the mechanized with us, have them make a fucking hole. Simple, right? They'd even knock down walls. As much as I like my explosions, it's just faster. Do that. But we don't have that luxury. So let's all take a cruise over to the razor wire. Oh, I need that backpack first.
Hey, I put a bunch of razor wire over here to your left.
Oh, neato burrito. We're going that way. Go to the south.
What's up, Mark?
So that you don't
Stop it, Rob. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Well, that guy.
Moving south.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just making
This
sure
is
it works.
razor wire. Razor wire is sharp, usually. Let's just test this. It's probably not the... This looks modded razor wire.
It won't.
Okay, so it doesn't hurt us, but it's still very much in our way, and you can't really set up a ladder and climb onto it and all this bullshit. So what do? Breach team, pay attention. If you don't know how to use your wire cutters, if anyone doesn't know how to use your wire cutters, this one's even simpler than the ladder. As long as your wire cutters are in your person, bag or vest, if you have a big enough vest, you simply ace interact. You're gonna find a little kajigger, and this one's called dismount concertina wire. That is not cut wire. This is different.
No, you can do that without the razor wires. You can literally just take it off.
There it
You
is.
don't
I
even
found
need the
it.
wire.
Cut. I know. That's what I'm saying. That was the wrong thing. So you're looking for the thing. It's a little scissors. Ace Interact. You're looking for an icon that looks like scissors. It's cut fence wire. Bam. It's going to flat. That's the same animation for everything. Whatever. Again, only the breach team really needs to know this, but I want everyone to be aware of how to do it in case you have to get switched to the breach team.
Stand by.
So if you don't know how to do that, if you're confused by the description of look for the icon that looks like scissors, go grab yourself some wire cutters, practice on some of these razor wires in the middle of the open, not the ones on the wall. I will continue to stall for time while all of those remain.
So, if we can just collapse the wire, can I save the 4.5 pounds?
If you look at the razor wire that is in the open and the razor wire that is against the wall, I'm going to let you answer your own question.
So yes then, because it's Arma?
No, that is not the same stuff. I did not see that option when I was testing this earlier. It is different
Okay.
wire.
It's easier, just not the fire on the other ones.
All right.
For the record, I don't know why this one's on the end. Those ones are in the middle, or all should be. These wire cutters work same with any chain link fence that I've come across in Arma, even the modded one. So it's always the same option. Just look for the thing that says cut wire. It should be in the middle, but again, Arma likes to fuck with people.
It's in the middle, and then on the end it says that I can collapse it. So I'll just walk away then.
That's special. Also new. That's cool. Good to know. Thank you.
Yep.
Either way, the time for the wire cutters was way shorter than what I was doing for collapsing. So cut them either way. Fucking bring them wire snippers. I don't leave home without my wire cutters. That's in my fucking personal kit no matter what role I'm taking. So some of you might like that idea. I don't give a fuck. We're going to assume at this point we have successfully removed the threat of little bits of razor wire cutting my little dude. So now what are we going to do? First couple of tips before we get into this. What do we see on the other side of the Heskos? I know we can't see over them very well, but we can see some things. They're going to allude to where we don't want to cross.
Well, I see a couple of choppers and some APCs.
Right? Let's look some a little further, right and left.
Got a tower to the left.
Yeah. Does that look like there's enough room between the Hesko and the tower to squeeze our bitch asses underneath it? Also, keep in mind the tower's probably occupied, and at this point, no one's shot at us. So do we really want to go that close to a bad guy? So we're probably going to want to lend ourselves to not that direction. Also, if you look down to the right, you'll see some sea cans on the other side of the Hesko. Now, although those aren't going to physically stop you from mounting over the fucking Hesko, that is extra shit you have to walk on and be above everything and have more angles to shoot it to. Something to keep in mind. Again, this is why I'm saying they might move shit around in base. They're wiry Russians. Don't know what they do. So keep that shit in mind. Also, these helicopters, it's a full functioning base. When we get inside, you're going to see some obstacles. Obstacles like oil drums, gas drums, who the fuck knows what kind of drums. We know we're playing Arma. Do we really want to jump on top of this shit? Probably not. So, something to think about. What we do know is the helicopters generally have those kinds of supplies for us. So we're probably safe in assuming that most of this area where we see helicopters has something. So we're going to have to just play it by ear. If you want to be bullshit little fucking immersion breaker, you're probably going to run up to that wall as a breach team dude and go into third person and fucking look at the ground and zoom out. Oh, there's something on the other side. I'm not going to go here, you little fuck. Who does that? Probably you. Anyways, I personally know that between those two sea canisters, because I've already been here, there is nothing. So for the time being and sake of this training, that is where we're using our breach point. This clearly is up to change. I also know as an alternative, there's a little V in the middle of this wall where two HESCOs cut in. There is some obstacles on the other side, but you can easily not land on them. That is an alternative. There's more razor wire blocking it though. So we're going to practice with both of those points, and then we're going to go fiddle with other shit. Make sense?
Yes.
So I'll get all of S2 on the north of me, all of S1 on the south of me. We'll figure out who we've got and see if that actually numbers enough to pull this off in a dry run.
Okay, I'm back. Is it done yet?
S2 over
Getting
here.
further away.
Saber 2, Saber 2, Saber 2, Saber 2.
Not really north.
Yeah, look at all you dumb little chickens.
User left your channel. Over.
I don't know why you went that far away. I didn't say run a marathon.
You're terrifying, Walrus.
Get over here by me, you fools.
See, look at S1. They're right here. They're on the south side of me. What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
I tried to tell him.
There's this
Fucking
guy still.
Canadians.
My god, alright, I'm gonna
Anyway,
walk it off.
S1, not a whole lot to do with practice with this whole security team, but I think you got enough. S2, you got way too many fucking people, so you're gonna provide the breach team. Give me a bitch and a minion for said bitch.
I think we don't have enough people.
You'll be alright. Give me a bitch.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead,
call a
Chewie.
name. Hey, look at you go. Chewie, find yourself a minion.
Okay.
Pick one.
Good, you can die as
You're
friends
on like
the
Whisper,
breach team.
Chewie.
Go ahead, Blackjack, get up there.
Alright, so Blackjack and Chewie are our breach team. Note they're members of S2, but the breach team is its own team. It doesn't fucking matter. S1 is going to provide security, S2 is bloated as all fuck, and we have to get them over 2 goddamn ladders. That should be fun. You might be taking all day. So, what do we know from that? With that comment I just made, what do we know? You got a fuck ton of dudes, the possibility of being bloated is there. Maybe
More
one or two of
ladders!
you guys can have your own ladder. Yay! I don't know why I keep doing that. Probably because I suck. Anyways, so S2, don't be afraid. The breach team is still the breach team. They're still responsible for clearing the obstacles. But hey, if you got that many fucking dudes, why not? Send a couple extra ladders with the breach team. Fuck it. Play it by ear, right? Scenario dictates you gotta change some shit, change some shit. No plan survives first contact. We all know that fucking quote is repeated thousands of times a day in our Arma Milsim community. So, be ready to fucking change the plan. S1, security team. We know you guys need some AT. I know AT4s are suitable for BTRs, but we don't know what's going to come down that road to our left. So I would think it's probably safe to have at least one actual AT team. A small, a Carl G, whatever, not guided. If it's coming full speed, it's going to take longer to lock onto that bitch and fire than it is for him to cross that opening and get back to this base. So we take something that's immediate fire, don't suck with it, don't give it to the guy who doesn't know how to use it, but have him ready. Support team, where's my fucking JTAX? There he is, Okada. You remember where you're supposed to be.
Support.
Not which team you're part of, where are you supposed to be as support? Silly.
Middle.
I definitely put that marker on the map. There's a little hut. There's a hut at 125022 fucking kilo pop of 4. There, I said it. Are you happy? Next time I go back to 8-digit grid. There's a little hut there that's got perfect fucking line of sight down those roads. Yes, I know I would rather you have some sort of fucking commanding overview of this area with your fancy-ass binoculars and your radio. This is the jungle. It doesn't work like that. This is the tiny-ass gap you have to call in air support. This is why there's an extra AT team with you watching this direction. So, what would your role, what would you do to make it easier to murder things? Perhaps a predetermined LZ? Why did I say LZ? Fuck, I'm dumb. Predetermined grid to call shit in. Say, hey, this is where things are going to be coming if they come. I'm going to tell you to watch this shit, and if you see a fucking laser designator, I need immediate launching of munitions. Right? Something simple like that. It's really easy. Or however the fuck else you want to set it up, I don't give a shit. But that would be your job, is to also make sure. So if you see a bunch of infantry, we have that a little bit extra time, drop a bomb on it. Not a bomb so big that it's going to kill the security team, because that's kind of danger close. But a bomb nonetheless that can deal with whatever the fuck is coming at us. That makes sense, right?
Yarp.
Perfect. It's like you probably already know your job, but I just repeated it anyways. Everyone clear on all of this shit. The basics of this shit.
Yep.
Excellent. One person said yes, so you all get to do an actual dry run. There's no bad guys in there. I'm going to get into ZEUS and make sure before I actually
There's no bad guys in there.
I've already said it.
There's bad guys.
Okay. I cannot see any bad guys. If a bad guy shows up, somebody's committing fuckery. What are we doing? We're going to be arming ourselves appropriately for what we know we're responsible for. The assault team arms themselves for assaulting. The security team arms themselves for security. The breach team arms themselves for breach. Support team arms themselves for support. Like I already said, we know this. Take this time. You got 30 seconds. Fucking figure out who's supposed to have what. Chewie, make sure one of your bitches has got a fucking wire cutter. Even though there's that option to collapse it now, we don't got all fucking day.
Okay.
And also, fun fact, those ladders do in fact fit into a backpack. So if you need to, you take a giant ass fucking backpack, you run out there, one dude's got his fucking wire cutters in his bag, does the snippy snip, the other dude's pulling ladders out of his butt. It's an option. I'm not saying do that, I'm saying it's an option. You're in charge of figuring that out. I don't hear any kind of coordinating, so I'm going to assume you're all ready to go.
We're good.
Well, yeah, you are. What about the other guys?
Well, my guys are there in green on stand one.
All right. First dry run we're doing in the daytime. Then we're going to do a dry run at night. And then we're going to do live fire shit. And then we're going to do it again. And then we're going to do it again. And then we're going to swap roles. Because Saber 2 and Saber 1 are going to swap. So that should Saber 1 get fucked up in the jungle back there and not be able to assault, but have enough dudes alive to pull security, you all know how to do each other's jobs. Because we need to be flexible like this. This is the internet. Shit happens. So, Saber 1. Support team. I will be drawing lines on the map. Saber 1, I always use red lines, blue lines, Saber 1, Saber 2. That's just how I am. So look for the red line, stepwise.
None such a.
User left your channel.
I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, it reset me. What a fuckface. Bam. That's your tree line. Whether or not you're at the edge of it, I don't give a fuck, but keep in mind, you don't want to pull too much distraction until it's actually time to. So, be a little bit back. Move forward when you need to. Assault team. Up the fucking hill to the east. Remember, you got 2 tree lines to go through before you actually assault. Breach team, you're with the assault team. Chop, chop, motherfuckers. You said you were ready. Support team, we have a little bit more work to do. We got
Can we get the rest of these people out of our way?
Jig Tac shack.
Pretty please.
Yo,
Obviously.
support squad to the fucking hut.
Hey, people who are observing and not actually responsible for doing any of this, a tower over there, them big numbered ones, probably provide an excellent, even though you're probably all watching in ZEUS, observation post. Helicopter people. I don't know why you're all walking away.
I'm gonna put up a tower.
Mike, where the fuck are you going? You're part of this.
Oh my god.
No, fucko, you gotta come near those helicopters. helicopters. This is the dry one. You gotta go in there too.
Yeah, if you're in rotary, you
Silly
should
bastard. You are
probably
going in
go
last,
with
but it's
them.
still part of the dry
Go
run.
them. Go that way. Shadow. Go that way.
No, silly.
Go with the assault team.
Get the fuck.
Go, boy.
Go find the assault team.
Assault team.
Pay attention.
Good boy.
Alright, who's still chilling?
Fine if you talk to Shadow like a dog. Works.
Assume Elder. Yes.
You want to go chill up in the giant tower over there?
Where is the giant tower?
Here. This way. This way. Unless you want me to move it closer.
No, it's fine.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, there it is.
Yes. Yes.
Well, all the way, I like it.
Did you talk to Shadow like a dog?
What?
Did you talk to Shadow like a dog?
Did you just hear me go, go boy?
Yes.
You heard that, right?
Yes. It worked, didn't it?
It did.
Oh, I gotta start using that.
No, bad ship.
I bet Archie talks to him like that. Oh, hello.
Leave him, Charlie.
Yeah.
You having troubles there, Gunny?
Yes. I'm walking through it. What the fuck?
Don't sprint.
It's barely anything right now.
Okay, back up.
Northwest.
Just back up. Alright, now, slowly.
Something's not right, Caleb. Can you hear me?
Okay, try, not
northwest. They never move northwest.
What the fuck?
Northwest.
What the fuck?
They never move
Just
west.
cover yourself unconscious real quick, I'll clear you up.
Yeah, I don't.
I just heard a Mexican lady go hola, so I punched her in the face. Not working? What error? Do you still have mods installed? Just look for scripthook.dll or any.asi and what? Is there any like a in your GTA folder where the exe is? Scripthook
Thanks.
v.dll. No spaces.
Gunny, unfuck yourself.
Any.asi.
I don't know what happened. I legit couldn't walk up the stairs, but everyone else could.
Since the bride.
It was fun watching you struggle, I will say.
What was even better was me and you just walked right by.
Really?
Exactly, like what the fuck?
Like, I know there's people probably against that wall, but if you zoom into Walrus, it looks like he's talking to himself.
Tripping it. Ah, shit.
That's weird.
Just move everything outside, like everything that isn't GTA 5 related.
Oh, and there's no one there.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, like anti-cheat step up, probably.
You know what? I think I'll just stay down here.
doing
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
Good job.
I got it to work.
You could get a whole new tower.
Yes. This one seems to work.
This is why I feel like there's a disconnection between infantry and airmen.
User disconnected from your channel. Over.
Sometimes I feel like we're not on the same tower.
Well, that's kind of dumb. When you wave with your binocs out, you wave with the binocs in your hand rather than keeping them in your hand and not waving around them with you.
Oh, rip. Very effective.
Grenade launcher.
Don't even tell me, because you know we didn't need grenadier training.
Oh my god. You hold on to everything like a weapon.
I do. Can confirm. Just get triggered easy, that's all.
Back.
I mean, if you're 100 yards or 150 yards from here, you should shoot at like 50.
What? It's saying that you in alternate state of the game? So is it not letting you, or do you have an option to say, fuck it?
Why are you being tricky?
What the fuck could be tripping it? Try looking this up now.
Oh shit!
Damn! Oh! Fuck!
What did I say about grenadier training?
Oh my god.
Wrong fucking load in.
What, read me?
Oh, did anyone get hit by that?
Look over
Go
the
ahead,
HESCO,
open
you
it and see what it
tardmarkers.
says.
Look over the HESCO.
Oh my god, I know what that's. Yeah, delete them. Yeah.
Well, that's just hilarious. No, I mean, you legitimately, Walrus told him not to put it in front of the big box. And all you have to do is look there to see a big box.
ASI loader, that's what's causing it.
Go by well.
That's probably it, an ASI loader, that's a mod loader.
No, we're not.
I don't know, is there anything like ASI loader or anything that says probably like Gentleman's or... I'll try now.
Good smoke screen. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good smoke screen.
Breach team, what are you doing?
That's good to hear. I don't know, over 696, Scooby said breach team, what are you guys doing?
Breach team, are you good?
We're good. Ladder's in a fucking spot, one by one.
Are you playing Arma inside of your washer while watching Zeus? Or dry?
Yes.
Chewie made it in.
Yes, I am.
Like drying rocks or something?
Folders, actually.
Standing on his fucking...
No, it's hoodies and shit, so a bunch of zippers.
They're gonna have to be way better than this second time around.
They need to hurry up or Chewie's gonna get fucked.
Is Chewie the only one in there right now?
Yep.
Yeah, he's already dead too. I mean, if you're me, he's already dead.
Right. What? Oh, maybe... Judging by the position of Mickey's ladder up here. Stun gun did something stupid.
So, Breach Team, do you want to explain why they're doing one ladder at a time?
Can we wait until after we get everybody over?
No, this is a dry run. We're fine.
I like how they all just leave in. Is that what happened? Yeah, that's what happens when you get off the ladder, right?
Chewie, what the fuck?
What sleeps you?
You look lonely, Gunny.
I legit had to get my own tower for this shit to work.
I'm gonna go ahead and respawn so I can watch this.
Yeah.
Chewie, did you change your fucking channels or something?
Here, let me find the file name.
Oh, that's like an MK14 EBR. Finally, someone listened.
Scooby, would you mind telling Chewie to unfuck his comms?
Go for Chewie.
Oh, hi. Okay, first of all, remember what I said between the C-cans? But no big deal.
No!
Good job. Why did we only go one ladder at a time? What was that all about?
So yeah, you had a screen.
It didn't set up the second ladder. They also didn't move the first ladder.
Who's they?
D3?
It would be Hudson and Jeff.
Yeah. D3.
Okay, you're the Breach Team leader. Why did you not ensure that your team members did their jobs?
I told them to move the ladder, they didn't listen.
Interesting. Also, why are you guys inside? You're the Breach Team. You provide security directly for the Assault Team and then fuck off back to the rest of the security teams, silly.
That's my fault, I apologize.
D3D
Well... Security team, are you guys at least in position? Because somebody's got to get something right eventually.
Bing, D3D ACISX. Alright, look for anything with the title of DIN.
Okay, negative points for security team. They don't have their comms set up either.
Yeah, security team in place.
Yeah, that's the
You're not Templar.
Templar's on. Sorry, I didn't know it was security team.
Yeah, you see, I knew that.
Yes, in fact, you are a security team. So, you're ready. You're here. You're actually providing...
I'm taking off my glasses, even though they make me look cool.
Scooby, you're smart. Thank you. You're running a 2x.
Squeeze.
All your gunners are running ACOGs, which will do nothing for you in a CQB fight.
They might have the top red dot.
They don't.
There is one problem with my character,
Or
though.
they do. They have the top green.
They look very
well,
old,
at least
they're
their
a little bit too big.
AT guy does.
But it's a lot better than the old one. Okay, guess I'm gonna wear those glasses.
That's the one I normally run. I love that.
Like, they just have some laughing marks on them.
Put it in walrus terms.
So the reason why no one runs it is because I was told that we're a semi-Milsim group, and that I have no control over that, and that may be too controlling. So they're allowed to run whatever scope they want to.
Why is there a ladder floating above the gate?
Yeah, they're allowed to run any scope they want under a 4x.
Yeah, the EOTech is 4x.
Gunny, do you see that floating
You can
ladder?
go out and spend, you know, $1,500
What'd you say?
on a fucking ACOG.
You see that floating ladder? To the right?
Yeah.
The ACOG is. Church fund. Tier, however you call it.
That's in Canadian dollars too, by the way.
Did you just say that's JDM dollars?
Canadian, not JDM.
Oh, Canadian.
Jesus Christ, open
What?
ears.
Okay, here, let me invite ya. Oh wait, you're probably gonna join me, aren't you?
Since when did... Oh, never mind. You know what? I'm done, Karen. Never mind. Never mind. Never fucking mind.
You might just have like aim assist on or something like that.
It just raises my blood pressure for no reason because people don't care. It's just a game. Just a game, bro. Just a game. If I hear that phrase one more fucking time, I'm probably gonna blow up. Triggered.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
No, stay in this tree line.
I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this.
Yeah, you only have to
I don't want to
They're gonna, nobody will want your body after I'm done with it.
Russian tanks.
Yeah.
Awesome. You have one of the nicer rifles, I know that.
I mean, like, the people that care, it goes. And then there's a bunch of people that don't. And they just say things like, it's just a game.
Okay, yeah, there you are. Oh, you're not too far from me. Hold on, let me just, Damn it, I botched that one up.
They're absolutely right. It is just a game, but it's a game which we play in a particular way and the official things, and if I don't like it,
I'll get there eventually, I'm just walking.
up with someone else. They're gonna tell them the same thing that you tell them.
Up arrow.
I mean, I would assume that Throck would say the very same thing that you say.
Alright, I stole car.
Hey, Gunny, come here, one second.
What's up?
Really cops? Oh, I can call Lester.
You see those pallet jacks down there?
Yes.
Do you ever use one?
Yeah, see, I just
No.
have enough going on as it is.
Okay, well, they're very, very heavy.
I have a headache and it already is.
Now try putting something very, very heavy with really shitty wheels. I'll try using it on grass.
Oh god.
They won't move.
Probably not. Hey, Throg.
Who just fired?
What?
How are they supposed to move pallets when it's on grass?
Pallets? What?
Never mind.
Use your words. Fuck.
I don't give any fucks. I literally give zero fucks.
If you critique this FOB, I'm gonna fucking full rage mode.
It has off-road tires on the pallet jack.
Oh, bullshit.
If that's honestly what's wrong, I'm not happy.
I don't even see wheels on it.
You know, I was confused when Lois first started talking about the ladder because I could have sworn there was a tilt function.
Yeah,
and then I looked back in an old video. There wasn't.
There's 3 sets of wheels on the pallet jacks. Up in the front, you see those 2 notches cut out? There's metal wheels. And then 3 underneath the handle below. It's 2 wheels that swivel with the handle.
You don't really need a tilt.
I say.
Gunny, are you talking about the yellow thing?
No. The thing next to the yellow thing.
Because it's like, maybe they can just, like, instead of having to actually climb up the ladder, they can just lay it more...
Wait, does he not know what a pallet jack is?
I don't know. It's called a pallet jack, apparently.
Okay, well, that's our money.
Yeah, whatever. Who the fuck cares?
Do you not remember?
If this is what
we
you were
tried to get
concerning
beyond,
yourself with, you were concerning yourself with the wrong things.
You left.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You need to consolidate brain cells into different objectives, my friend.
One more time. But do you remember?
I'm not sure if I want to do that, Josh.
You need to open up your internal task manager and end task that shit.
And then we just put
That
all of our money.
doesn't sound like a bad plan.
Download more Wham.
More porn.
Like a lot of
Which is the 80s rock and roll version of Ram. Wham.
I have like a memory leak.
I'll give it to you.
15 times a day, so.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you're just making those words up.
I don't know a lot. I know that.
Especially when I ask people to do things and they just straight up don't. That's when I take a stroke.
You're like, oh yeah, I'll get this car. Yeah, you did.
Why do they have a tan laser and flashlight on top of it? Oh.
That I can also. That is minutia. That is unimportant. I accidentally put a 10 pec box on my rifle all the time.
Yeah, that's just me. That's just me.
Of all the things that we need to fix, or at least polish, that is the least of my fucking worries. People using bullshitty rifles, people using bullshitty optics, people not listening to you, are the things I want to fix.
So what do you think?
Whoa, I just got major decent.
I have not gotten
What?
decent.
I got tfar_config refresh.
The button next
Oh, that happens all the time.
Wait, no, the button next to V.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Alright, cool.
Run without smoke now.
They're doing good this time.
Wow, my frames just dipped a little 11. What the fuck is going on?
That's a one-on-one deathmatch. Okay.
Oh, my internet might be shitting out again. I have no idea. Like I did last night where I just kind of left and didn't come back.
Oh, great. Here comes the revenge. I know. I can already tell we're going to enjoy this.
I just realized I was on whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Bet it was.
Steven?
Oh.
Steven?
Oh my god. Steven D92 or something like that, stupid.
Yes, Steven DC.
Okay, why is Shadow using a desert camouflage version of a...
Don't even ask.
Because he's airwing and they're special.
No!
Don't trigger me on this.
So I don't necessarily have an issue in general with their fucking... Yeah, it's like these special SOP rifles. What the fuck?
No! I just
Like Shadow, if you're up to me, the box is not even fucking standard issue. But apparently people in the 69th are going out and buying their own rifles and taking them apparently.
Goddamn.
Limited arsenal.
Look, I'm the really awesome one.
What is that?
And that's why the
What
infantry
is that?
apparently think they can run Block 2s too because
No,
they
we're gonna
use
have a conversation about that tonight.
So I'm done trying to talk about it. Because
I'm gonna be a super.
You just get it off the website.
You're running a
No,
Block
it's
2, if
literally
you're running a
free.
bullshit
The price tag
uniform,
on it is free.
you're running a special colored rifle, if you're running any of that
I
shit,
don't remember which one
and you are not in Ghost, you're
it's
fucking
on
wrong.
It's all in the documentation.
It's all there, but why, like, you know, agree to the thing you agreed to when you joined the unit? That's ridiculous.
Hey, Doc.
What?
How about we just grab Stalin's limited arsenal script and then take out...
So here's the problem, right? That limited arsenal meant that people couldn't load with normal shit.
What, the 2 cadet?
Eh.
I got mine for free. It said free for me, so I got it.
Yeah, I would look into that, because I'm fucking done.
If not that, we just go back to Rob and use fucking no arsenal.
One thing I do want to point out is about the Block 2s. They were actually approved for certain above at one point.
They were at one point.
In single player. Sir, have you been drinking tonight? Okay. Understandable. Have a great day.
I want that back. Give me that. Gimme. Gimme.
Make the 69th grade again.
Make Tex make 69th grade again. Sorry, I had a hard time saying that.
If you're like me, yeah, my job, you don't even need a rifle.
Yeah, I just
He's
carry
got
one
a
to
Concord.
Too much weight.
One thing I do want to request for Boxer is at least Mark 18s due to the reduced weight.
That may be a possibility. And I like the rationale for it too, is they're lighter. But...
There it is, the L85A2.
M27s.
Wait, no,
I don't know what that is.
Awesome.
It's like a faster rifle.
It was supposed to be a replacement for the M16, I believe, and the M4. But it didn't
He just told me when I bought a bunch of rockets, he said, I got liquored up once and hit my wife's car with one of those.
Yeah,
Oh, they're coming out with a whole new thing.
Oh no, that's the H2.
I spent all my money.
Here comes the air raid.
You just called us a lovely couple, Halo.
Everything blows up.
Tell me when you're done in there. He had... Okay.
So it's kind of nice that they're having their own security.
Hold on. No, not you. Get in here now.
Yeah, this is it.
No,
this is what it looks like.
Alright. We're gonna have to... I didn't get a Warner Double.
Too bad those cannons on the fortress aren't functional.
Dude, I wish.
That would be awesome.
Look at this. L85A2.
I want to shoot 18-pounder naval cannons. Yes, please. Hard.
They're done.
Yeah. Oh. And then my favorite shotgun, the double barrel one.
Har. We collapse it back in.
Well, they're certainly running that direction.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do their night run.
How?
Oh, hey, Soul Iron's back.
Okay. Clutch. I did not take too long. Yep. Oh, you're just down there. Okay, I'm coming. Halo, look, I'm driving the British way. Hold on. Look, Halo, I'm driving the British way. Come on. Oh yeah, you're pretty armored up when you're in this car as well. The British way is the wrong way. Okay, I didn't mean to turn around. Alright, I'm getting the hang of this.